News.
All right, let's start with your buddy, Jordan Love. We've talked about this guy for, goodness, feels like months. He got his 4-year extension. Colin,
Spicy.
$220 million. Are you kidding me? He joins Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence as the highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
He's got his eye on a 2,200 square foot fixer-upper down the street from the stadium. You can buy a nice condo in Green Bay for that.
Gosh, Matt LaFleur does not expect Love to change following the big payday. Yeah, sure.
It goes back to whom much is given, much is expected, and that's just the reality of our league. And but I think he'll embrace that. I don't think you'll see a difference in the person, and I don't think we would do something like that if we felt that way. The thing that's so impressive about him is just how resilient he is. Like, never gets phased, just continues to fight. And I think that says a lot about him. I think that's a big reason why we're standing here today talking about him.
It seems to bother you, rankle you.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm happy. He got paid. He got generational wealth.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He also got the number 55, which I'm curious as to your thoughts because, you know, when Joe Burrow gets it, hey, he's been to a Super Bowl, he's beat Mahomes, he's been to AFC title games. We've got basically 10 games of sample size of Jordan Love being quality.
Well,
the 2 playoff and the 8-game run.
So one of the reasons that I would defend this contract is because of what's surrounding. Like, whereas you pay Dak a lot of money, do I trust Jerry Jones to get his emotion and ego and vanity out of the way and surround him with good players? Part of the reason this is, like, you pay Trevor Lawrence big money, do you trust the Jaguars not to screw it up around him? I don't know. But if you pay Jordan Love that money, you know, it's like, well, the O-line will be good. The receivers and tight ends are good. The coach is good. They don't have a crazy owner. So I feel confident in that this money, there won't be any landmines. I mean, Favre and Aaron had no landmines for years until they created them. Favre got stubborn, didn't want any new offense, and Aaron got weird. Other than that, it was just, you know, occasional playoff disappointments. But there's no real drama in Green Bay other than quarterbacks creating them. And in both Favre and Rodgers' case, that was when they were much older and richer. So, I mean, like, if I said to you, take out Aaron Rodgers over the last 20 years, has Green Bay ever had drama with any player? So it's like, and I'm not just banging on Aaron, but he kind of created the darkness retreat and the I don't know what I want to do. So my takeaway, whereas the Jags have controversy every 3 years, you know, Dallas has it every 15 minutes. So I don't worry about spending that kind of money. It's like buying a really nice car. Well, if it's protected in the garage, you got nobody in the family ever has gotten in a car wreck. Everybody's a safe driver. I feel good about the purchase.
I guess the concern with this Love contract is it's so large. When does the real money kick in and he start to become onerous against the cap?
Well,
and here's the problem. The contract, you know, we don't have access to the contract. It's basically the agents handed to the reporters. So they did this on a Friday afternoon. People have started their weekend. So we haven't seen the real numbers to figure out, is this bad immediately or is this bad in 3 years?
I would load him up now. Because if you look at their receiving O-line and tight end core, it's cheap for 3 years. What I don't want to do is pay him huge money 4 years from now. I would rather front load it, and then when I have to sign all these excellent tight ends, receivers, and offensive linemen, they just drafted a left tackle in the first round. I got to pay that guy in 5 years. So to me, pay Jordan now, huge money for 3 years, then he's set. I'm paying other guys making choices. Yeah. Can you get a little bit more? This is not a team-friendly deal necessarily. That's okay. The first time you can make money, I get it. Take the money.
Well, it might be team-friendly. Remember, the Trevor Lawrence one, he hasn't accomplished as much as Love did more in the postseason than Lawrence has done in the playoffs and in his career. He's played longer. The thing is, the Lawrence deal doesn't fully kick in for another 2 years, so they've got wiggle room. Yeah. Do the Packers have wiggle room? We should find that out by the end of the day once the contract
I think the Packers draft so well that I don't remember ever a time. I don't think, and Jordan's not the kind of guy that's going to say, hey, I want Randall Cobb to play. I want this. He doesn't feel like if that happens, it's probably 7 years from now. So if a team drafts well, like the Patriots don't, they don't draft well. But if a team does draft well, then you're always in a better spot with your cap. because the Packers not only draft well, but they draft and develop well. They're almost collegiate in how they feel. So they don't get into these tough spots unless the quarterback makes certain demands. But I just don't worry about their cap issues. There's the old book, The Millionaire Next Door, the school teachers who are millionaires. I feel like that's the Packers. They just handle their money right.
Well, I think we went a little overboard with how hot they were at the end of the last season, the big win over Dallas. Like, are they a top 3 team in the NFC? Is Jordan Love a top 3 quarterback in the NFC? Like, I just don't know.
Well, take Stafford out.
Why would you take Stafford out?
Well, I'm just saying Stafford is the most talented guy in the NFC.
Okay, Jalen Hurts is probably number 2.
I think
he has a larger sample size of quality football.
Yeah, but
than Jordan Love.
Goff throws a better ball and never gets hurt. Jalen Hurts gets hurt and has had one season. Goff's had
so fine. I'll give you Goff.
And then I
think
I would take Jordan Love over Jalen Hurts.
Oh, come on.
Doesn't get hurt, bigger arm. I get the mobility with a better arm and never gets hurt.
Okay. I hope the audience remembers this because
Stafford 1, Goff 2. Now again, I haven't seen Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels play. I feel confident after Stafford and Goff saying Jordan Love can go toe to toe and with anybody.
The other thing toe to toe with Brock Purdy and lost in the playoffs. Yeah.
The roster was a little different. Also went toe to toe against Dak. And it was like Embiid and Jokic.
Oh.
It wasn't close.
Oh, wow, that's harsh. All right, let's move on to Tua. He also got paid late on Friday. 4 years, $212.4 million. Became the 4th highest paid quarterback at practice on Sunday. He grabbed the mic and celebrated with the Dolphins fans who were in audience.
I tell you what, show me the money. We're going to need you guys to hype us up. It's hot out here. And keep the team going. Let's go.
That's kind of cringy.
It's exciting. Stop it. Come on. Bro, he just won the lottery. $212 million contract? Get fired up.
If he was a linebacker, receiver, corner, I'd be fine with it.
Quarterback can't grab the mic down?
I don't love it. And say, show me the money.
Wasn't this like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street?
And he was a jerk.
He was awesome in that movie. What are you talking about?
He
Jordan
was a
Belfort?
schmuck.
This guy's a hero. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
That's a little harsh. So you're anti-Tua now, huh?
I don't know. It's just, it's not. Listen, I've said it before. Put your hat on forward. Don't grab mics and say, show me the bag.
There's probably 2,000 Dolphins fans there. He's getting them all juiced up.
Yeah, that'll equal what in the regular season?
It's Sunday in July. Man, you are, Coward coming in. Loves the Jordan Love deal. Tua cringy. Wow. We got some stats on Tua's career here. So against winning teams, he's been an okay quarterback. But boy, is he a bully. When he's facing the bums, look at those numbers against the dregs of the league.
Winning teams, he's a backup.
Oh, he's...
No, tell the radio audience. Against winning teams, Tua completes 61% of his throws with an 84 passer rating, 31 touchdowns, 20 picks. That's a backup. That's not a starter.
The sample size is 24 games. Okay.
Oh, so a season and a half. That's not a real...
Again, remember, he started his career with Flores, didn't he? Brian Flores?
Brian Flores was not a bad coach.
He's not an offensive guy. Now with McDaniel... Okay, but anyway, look at the teams against. Look at the numbers against bad teams. 23-5 record, 51 touchdowns.
Yeah, great.
106 passer rating.
That's too bad you don't play any of those in January.
As a Jets fan, I'm not allowed to say nice things about the Dolphins, but I'm rooting for Tua and McDaniel.
Show me all the bad teams, 500 and below, you face in January and February. Oh, you don't. That's all I care about. I don't care about how you're doing.
We both can agree. Tua's not winning a Super Bowl with the Dolphins, right? That's obvious.
Dude, he can't. All the best teams in the AFC are north.
Yeah.
Outside, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo. And you got that noodle arm you're taking up north thinking you're going to win in January with that thing?
Well, they got to get a home game in January, that's for sure.
A home game. They need all home games. And then a Super Bowl in a dome or in a warm weather.
Oh, gosh. All right. Jeez. Let's
What?
go to Dak Prescott, the final. I mean, you're just crushing the guy.
Well,
Off his best season of his career.